On.
Great. Hi, everybody. Here we are again for this is a new moon fire Homa. We had to postpone it from yesterday because of the full solar eclipse that went a little bit over California. I could say eclipses are super intense time. Anybody enjoy it yesterday? Was it intense?
Yes.
It's super powerful energy. And generally, in India, they'll say, don't go outside, don't look at it, don't experience it like that. It's too much. And it causes so much purification, and it's such a high energy that it causes a lot of things like unhealthy sleep for people. So better to avoid that and stay inside and just be peaceful during the time of a solar eclipse, should you be in its path. That said, it did seem to unleash quite a lot of big energy, and today it seems like we're in the receiving end of that.
Yeah.
A kind of reset. And new moons generally are pretty powerful. Full moon and new moon are the two major times of the month when nature itself is enacting an enormous blessing to the planet by throwing very high energy down and also causing a lot of purification. Purification means all the stuff that's in us that's not vibrating at our highest divine level gets churned up and starts to come out. The process of that can be kind of intense and painful. You might find yourself on the full and new moons extra sensitive, more prone to get into conflicts with people who are also extra sensitive, whether they know it or they don't know it. It's a time of, it's a lot of emotional bumpiness because of all the stuff that's getting triggered and being washed out of us. Part of our experience of purification is just riding a kind of roller coaster emotionally, internally. If we're smart, we keep that inside and we don't inflict it on people around us. But generally in the West, we're not that smart. So, it may be that people who don't generally argue suddenly have an argument. It might be that, a household is bumpy, or a relationship or a business environment or whatever. I can say, living in India for many years, I saw that the new moons actually were wilder than the full moons. In the West, we tend to, the word lunatic comes from an acknowledgement that is heightened on the full moon. But in India, the new moons seemed really much more brutal, more irritating, more irritated. And I learned, actually, I just stay in my room for 3 days, because if I come out and talk to anybody, it's going to turn into a conflict, whether we like it or not. We're really good friends or whatever, but there's some weird spark of friction that's going to just light off some unnecessary friction and argument. It wasn't worth it to me, so I would just stay in. Bringing us to this, which is, why are we doing a fire Homa on a high new moon? Because the energy is super high. It's very cosmic. It's very divine. And I know it sounds kind of counterintuitive. It sounds a little crazy, like, how come it's so divine and everybody's so grouchy? Well, because of the purification that's triggered by the high divinity. So when we're using a fire element like this, the fire element is the highest way to bless individuals, communities, the atmosphere of the planet generally. The fire is like a microcosm of the sun, and because of that, it's carrying the creation energy of the sun. We're interacting directly, as it were, with the sun in a little microcosm, in a bite-sized, safe piece, rather than, say, staring directly at the sun, and receiving all of its creation energy and its blessing, then purposing that toward what it is we want to create in our lives, what needs real healing in our lives, what we would like to have blessed or even released, gotten rid of, recharged. The holy fire like this is not an ordinary fire. I think everybody knows that. Has this capacity to magnify these kinds of prayers, wishes, intentions, and like that. So I should also say that the flame itself is a mirror to us of our own soul. If you look at the Vedic texts from India, they'll talk that the soul is a flame, thumb-sized flame sitting at the heart. When we're staring at an external fire, any external fire, it's actually feeding our own internal flame. It's giving us some kind of infusion of divinity there, and that creation energy of the sun through the fire element into our own soul. So it's bringing our own soul up, which again is what triggers purification. As your own soul starts to come up, it throws out automatically from the house it's living in things, it takes out the trash, basically. So we're really feeding our own soul by interacting with a very, very high divine fire like this. Today's fire, we have two mantras. One is a Mother Divine, the GAYATRI, who is at the heart of our creation, the beginning point of our creation. GAYATRI is also very linked to the sun. She is bringing all the blessing and all the high healing and all the high inspiration that the sun brings us. And I should say about her that the GAYATRI, the way we pronounce GAYATRI in this tradition, you'll hear it on the internet, all kinds of different pronunciations. But coming straight from Vishwamitra, buhr swaha tas-savitur. So swaha, three separate, distinct, equal syllables, not swaha or swaha, which you'll hear a lot on YouTube. And for people at home via live stream, the text of the mantras is in the description of the video. So you can find the mantras and you can chant along with everybody here. Here I think we have mantra sheets for people who need them. And so when we're talking to GAYATRI, we're really talking to the creatrix, the mother who made this whole creation, and extracting from her what it is that we really want blessed in our lives. What do we really need? What are we really asking for? It may also be during course of Homa that you find people who have a healing need. Maybe you don't, but you have friends and family who do. They might come into your mind. Absolutely offer their condition to the fire. We've seen a lot of miraculous transformation happen by people offering their loved ones or, you know, a certain illness or whatever into the fire to be purified and healed out. I should also say today we will dedicate the Homa again to Swami Kaleshwar's mother, Sumama Anupati. She is facing some pretty heavy health issues and would like some support around that. And also we have a couple special pujas today which are super duper powerful. One is a Dattatreya special puja and one is a Sri Chakra. So it should be a pretty good barn burner of a Homa. We will start with an arati and we'll be on our way.
Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahman, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Om Shuklam Bharadaram Vishnu Sashivarnam Chaturpujam Prasannavadanam Dhyaye Sarva Vignopashantaye. Om tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo prachodayat. Swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo prachodayat. Swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo prachodayat. Swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo prachodayat. swaha, tas-savitur vareynyam, bhargo devasya dhi-mahi, dhi-yo-yo prachodayat. Bhuh swaha, tas-savitur vareynyam, bhargo devasya dhi-mahi, dhi-yo-yo prachodayat. 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 Swaha, tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo nama prachodayat. Bhuva swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo nama prachodayat. Bhuva swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo nama prachodayat. Bhuva swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo nama prachodayat. Bhuva swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo nama prachodayat. Bhuva swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo nama prachodayat. Bhuva swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo nama prachodayat. Bhuva swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo nama prachodayat. Bhuva swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo nama prachodayat. Bhuva swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo nama prachodayat. Bhuva swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo nama prachodayat. Bhuva swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo nama prachodayat. Bhuva swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo nama prachodayat. Bhuva swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo nama prachodayat. Bhuva swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo naha prachodayat. Om bhurbhuva swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo naha prachodayat. Om bhurbhuva swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo naha prachodayat. Om bhurbhuva swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo naha prachodayat. Om bhurbhuva swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo naha prachodayat. Om bhurbhuva swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo naha prachodayat. Om bhurbhuva swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo naha prachodayat. Om bhurbhuva swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo naha prachodayat. Om bhurbhuva swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo naha prachodayat. Om bhurbhuva swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo naha prachodayat. Om bhurbhuva swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo naha prachodayat. Om bhurbhuva swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo naha prachodayat. Om bhurbhuva swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo naha prachodayat. Om bhurbhuva swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo naha prachodayat. Om bhurbhuva swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo naha prachodayat. Om swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo prachodayat. Om swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo prachodayat. Om swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo prachodayat. Om swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo prachodayat. Om swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo prachodayat. Om swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo prachodayat. Om swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo prachodayat. Om swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo prachodayat. Om swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo prachodayat. Om swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo prachodayat. Om swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo prachodayat. Om swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo prachodayat. Om swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo prachodayat. Om swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo prachodayat. Om tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo prachodayat. Om swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo prachodayat. Om swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo prachodayat. 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 Swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo naha prachodayat. Om swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo naha prachodayat. Om swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo naha prachodayat. Om swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo naha prachodayat. Om swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo naha prachodayat. Om swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo naha prachodayat. Om swaha tas-savitur
Alright, so take it slowly because
tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo prachodayat. Om bhuv swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo prachodayat. Om bhuv swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo prachodayat. Om bhuv swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo prachodayat.
I just put a bunch.
tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo prachodayat. Om bhuv swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo prachodayat. Om bhuv swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo prachodayat.
Last time.
Om bhuv swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo prachodayat.
Right. So, we have some sponsors today. Sponsors mean they paid a little extra to have their name read into the fire to bless that soul directly or their loved ones. So, after each name we read, we say Om Mama, Om Mama, Om Mama. Sorry, just
Can you
Om
fix
Mama.
it and then
Yeah,
I'll
we
do
can.
this.
Jeez. Ma and Ma, meaning me and
Let
Mother,
me
meaning
take that.
each
Get that
individual
away.
soul, and the big Mother who is the fire, the source. So our sponsors today, we have a lot of them. Sri Kaleshwar's mother, Subhama Anupati. Om Mama, Om Mama, Om Mama. Neil Valam Setla. Om Mama, Om Mama, Om Mama. Carolyn Overting and her family, Matthew, David, Susan, and Toki. Suzanne and Toki.
Om Mama, Om Mama, Om Mama.
Daniela Vija and her family, Sylvia, Vlad, Vanessa, and Marian.
Nice.
Om Mama, Om Mama, Om Mama.
Liz Polya and her family.
Om Mama, Om Mama, Om Mama.
Susan and Katie Sheffel and their families.
Om Mama, Om Mama,
Oh, Mama Inji Johnson Caprio and family.
Om Mama, Om Mama, Om Mama.
For Zachary Bennett, who's received astounding physical and mental health healing, plus his relationship to his family and his mom.
Om Mama, Om Mama, Om Mama.
Desiree Sterling and her family in Norway, Belgium, Spain, Guatemala, and U.S.
Om Mama, Om Mama, Om Mama.
Susan Leander, Corey, and Stephen Carey.
Om Mama, Om Mama, Om Mama.
Roseanne Winsky.
Om Mama, Om Mama, Om Mama.
Gail Jenkins.
Om Mama, Om Mama, Om Mama.
Ellen Todd Bueller.
Om Mama, Om Mama, Om Mama.
Roberta Falk. Oh Mama, oh Mama, oh Mama, George Brennan. Oh Mama, oh Mama, oh Mama, Starlene Schwartz. Oh Mama, oh Mama, oh Mama, Alicia Campbell. Oh Mama, oh Mama, oh Mama, J.E.B. Campbell. Oh Mama, oh Mama, oh Mama, G.G. Campbell. Oh Mama, oh Mama, oh Mama, Claire Liz Pierre Louis. Oh Mama, oh Mama, oh Mama, Michael Sullivan. Oh Mama, oh Mama, oh Mama, Wesley Thompson. God bless him on his way out of this life. Oh Mama, oh Mama, oh Mama. Eduardo Antonio Fernandez. Oh Mama, oh Mama, oh Mama, Magdalena Goodyear. Oh Mama, oh Mama, oh Mama, Sarah Anita McLean. Oh Mama, oh Mama, oh Mama. And for Max Pujal and his business, Aga Norsa Lee. Oh Mama, oh Mama, oh Mama. ENHR. Oh Mama, oh Mama, oh Mama. Matt Lockard. Oh Mama, oh Mama, oh Mama. Christine Bednarek and her family. Oh Mama, oh Mama, oh Mama. Julie Forrest. Oh Mama, oh Mama, oh Mama. Sherry McCoy. Oh Mama, oh Mama, oh Mama. Andre Papantonio. Oh Mama, oh Mama, oh Mama. Marina Latona. Oh Mama, oh Mama, oh Mama. Vasily Tatona. Oh Mama, oh Mama, oh Mama. Dimitra Liko. Oh Mama, oh Mama, oh Mama. Yenny Liko. Oh Mama, oh Mama, oh Mama. Latina Atona. Oh Mama, oh Mama, oh Mama. Noah Katza. Oh Mama, oh Mama, oh Mama. Mateo Katza. It's what? Oh Mama, oh Mama, oh Mama. No, she's doing strong. Oh Mama, oh Mama, oh Mama. Efi Katza. Oh Mama, oh Mama, oh Mama. John
It's okay now.
Saletti. Oh Mama, oh Mama, oh Mama.
got it back.
Andrea Eversberg. Oh Mama, oh Mama, oh Mama. Becky and Tom. Oh Mama, oh Mama, oh Mama. Michelle Carroll. Oh Mama, oh Mama, oh Mama. Stefan and Catherine Dada. Oh Mama, oh Mama, oh Mama. Quinn Ham, his whole family, and American HVAC. Oh Mama, oh Mama, oh Mama. Todd Dombrowski. Oh Mama, oh Mama, oh Mama. Kelsey King. Oh Mama, oh Mama, oh Mama. Brenda Spencer. Oh Mama, oh Mama, oh Mama. Esther Theophanides. Oh Mama, oh Mama, oh Mama. And all the beautiful students in the Silver Masters program. Oh Mama, oh Mama, oh Mama. To the end of white supremacy in America. Oh Mama, oh Mama, oh Mama. To our brothers and sisters in Ukraine fighting the good fight, may they prevail. Oh Mama, oh Mama, oh Mama. For Vladimir Zelensky and his family, that they may stay safe and protected. Oh Mama, oh Mama, oh Mama. For the people of Gaza, especially the children. Oh Mama, oh Mama, oh Mama. In support of the divine feminine rising in the world, most especially through women. Oh Mama, oh Mama, oh Mama. In Santa Cruz County, all the heads of homeless service agencies working together to promote brilliant solutions to homelessness, may they continue to have success. Oh Mama, oh Mama, oh Mama. For Atma Schumann and his 800 Germans meditating daily for world peace. Oh Mama, oh Mama, oh Mama. Om Mama. So, on to Hanuman. I'm wondering if we should bring the camera closer, but over this side where it's away from the fire. Yeah. So, our friend Hanuman. Sorry, everybody, the cell phone overheated. It's a little hot in Los Angeles. It's a little hot in the fire. It's a little hot divinity going on. Hanuman. Hanuman is the monkey god. He's a monkey. He's a god. How can this be? Tree trimming in Los Angeles. Sorry about the noise. Hanuman becomes a god because he only focuses on his heart, not his mind. He never, ever, ever thinks on himself. Hanuman, because of that, he doesn't even remember that he has supernatural abilities. He never thinks about it. He can do anything. He can become super giant big. He can become super, super minuscule small, which all come in handy in the big epic story, the Ramayana, of the scriptures of India, about Hanuman and Ram and the whole drama. Hanuman never even realizes he has all these supernatural abilities. He can fly through the air and figure things out, like where his master's wife Sita has been kidnapped and is being held by a demon on the island of Lanka. Until somebody reminds him, hey Hanuman, you could do that and help your master by flying through the air and go to Lanka and see if his wife is there, and sure enough he does. So what does this tell us about ourselves? Because we always are interested in ourselves, right? It tells us that the antidote to anxiety, depression, crazy mind, overthinking, obsessive nature is to go to the heart and be of service. The more you're of service to other people, especially if you're feeling really bad, really overwhelmed, go to like a homeless shelter and serve people, chop some food to help make a meal for people who have nothing. And you know what? Your own problems diminish so dramatically when you see the reality of suffering that people are in that you don't even care about yourself anymore. That's a bliss when we're not thinking about ourselves. Swami Kaleshwar would say, the only difference between the saints and normal people is that the saints are 90% of the time thinking on everybody else, 10% at most on themselves. Whereas normal people are the reverse. 90% we're thinking about ourselves, 10% about other people. And therein lies the suffering. So be like Hanuman. Hanuman is extraordinary. And he never, ever thinks for himself. He only thinks, how can I serve my master, Ram, and my master's wife? Ram, Ra, like Egyptian, is the light. So the pure heart is serving the light. You don't have to be a poet to figure out the metaphor, right? So that heart in us can serve the light in ourselves by serving the heart in everybody. That's the nature of Hanuman. He's also an extraordinary protector. He is so strong. When they show him, he always has a big weapon, a giant, what they call a gada in Sanskrit, but it's a mace. This big old battering thing. He's enormous. He's strong. He's invincible in that respect. And Hanuman, for all of us, is also an enormous protector against the negativity. He will not tolerate negativity of any kind. So he's a wonderful character to invoke if you're feeling overwhelmed, if you're feeling subsumed, either from external circumstances that are troubling or from inside. Maybe you're in a really foul mood. Maybe you have a lot of anger today, or resentment, or traumas are coming up and you're super emotional. Or maybe there's depression or anxiety or compulsive behavior or whatever it is. You can go to Hanuman. You can think this mantra. Swami Kaleshwar especially mentioned, use it in the shower. Fantastic to decharge all those kinds of feelings, like a snake shedding its skin. Thinking this mantra while the water's running on you is an astounding cleansing to your whole system. So a lot of uses for this mantra. Hanuman's mantra, Om Hreem Hari Markatta, Markattaya Swaha. And that hreem, it's so fiery that it needs the whole rest of the mantra to balance it. Om Hreem Hari Markatta, Markattaya Swaha. Swaha means I offer. I'm giving it. So this is a great opportunity to get hold of your blocks, your crazy emotions, the things that drive you nuts about yourself, or that drive your loved ones nuts about you. That could be anger, jealousy, pride, fear, unworthiness, feeling left out. FOMO, right? You're missing out. Oh my God, everybody has it, but I don't. Really? Arrogance, egoism, pride, vanity. We all have this stuff. Everybody has it. There's not a soul alive who doesn't experience all this. But the trick with the fire, because it's so high powerful, is you can get hold of these crazy blocks, name them inside. For folks at home, when you're looking at the fire, name them and offer it through your eyes to the fire, to Hanuman. Saying something like, hey, I'm giving this to you, man. Can you just transform all this crazy negativity in me and flip it into something high divine and give it back as energy that I can use to further my soul's development and its purpose in this life? That's the feeling of this. So it's really great to grab hold of your top 3 or 4 major characteristics that are troubling and offer them. Here we have the rice as a vehicle, so you can, with each handful, you can offer these crazy things to the fire and ask him to change it, ask him to transform it, and to burn it up, dissolve that layer, that negativity. Also, I want to say for people at home, again, the mantra itself is written out in the text of the video description, so you can see it there. You can chant along, and let's talk to Hanuman. Om Hreem Harim Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Harim Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Thank you. Om Hreem Harim Markatta Markattaya Swaha. 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 Om Hreem Harim Markatta Markattaya Swaha.
Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta
markattaya swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta Markattaya swaha.
Om hreem hari markatta markattaya swaha. Om hreem hari markatta markattaya swaha. Om hreem hari markatta markattaya swaha.
Last time.
Om hreem hari markatta markattaya swaha.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, give us some. Good. So everybody here is holding flowers and incense. And with this flower and incense, we will be offering on our big offering bowl, and then everything goes into the fire with a final read of all the sponsors and a giant mama. So when we offer on the bowl, just to show everybody, offer with the right hand only. This is the Indian tradition, please. Touch the big coconut, right hand, and then we'll move on. Can somebody? Yeah, thank you so much for your first. Thank you so much. Everybody can be up.
I'm gonna come through here. I'm fine.
So, we'll read our sponsors one more time. And after the whole list, we'll say, Om Mama, Om Mama, Om Mama, and everything is a link to the fire with one big applause. So our sponsors today, Sri Kaleshwar's mother, Subhama Anupati, Neil Valam Sepla, Carolyn Overting and her family, Matthew, David, Suzanne, and Tofi, Daniela Vija and her family, Sylvia, Vlad, Vanessa, and Marion, Liz Polly and her family, Susan and Katie Sheffel, their families, Inji Johnson Caprione and family, Zachary Bennett and all of his amazing experiences, Desiree Sterling and her family in Norway, Belgium, Spain, Guatemala, and the U.S., Susan Neander, Corey and Stephen Carey, Roseanne Weglinski, Gail Jenkins, Ellen Todd Buell, Roberta Clark, George Brennan, Starlene Schwartz, Alicia Campbell, J.E.B. Campbell, G.G. Campbell, Claire Pierre Lewis, Michael Sullivan, Wesley Thompson, God bless his soul, Max Pujal's family, Eduardo Antonio Fernandez, Madalena Bouvier, and Sarah Anita McLean, as well as his business, Aga Norsa Leaf. For Ian H.R., for Matt Locker, Christine Bednarik and family, Julie Forrest, Sherry McCoy, Andre Papantonio, Marina Latona, Vasily Katona, Dimitra Liko,
Yanni Lico, Atinatona, Noah Katza, Matteo Katza, Avi Katza, John Salati, Andrea Eversberg, Becky and Tom, Michelle Farrell, Joe and Alfie Merritt, Chef Jose Andres, and World Central Kitchen. Stefan Catherine Dada, Quinn Ham, his family in American HVAC. Todd Dombrowski, Kelsey King, Brenda Spencer, Esther Theophanides, and all the students in the Silver Mastery Program, their continued success. For the end of white supremacy in America. For our brothers and sisters in Ukraine, and for Volodymyr Zelensky and his family, that they may stay safe and protected. Slava Ukraine. For the people of the Middle East, most especially the folks in Gaza, men, women, and children who have been slaughtered, as well as those who are surviving, and of course the people of Israel, that they may find peace in all of this. Inshallah. In support of the divine feminine rising in the world, especially through the women. In Santa Cruz County, heads of all the service agencies working together to promote brilliant solutions to homelessness, may they continue to have success. For Atma Schumann and his 800 Germans meditating daily for world peace. For Thomas Stansel and Kaleshwar Publishing, Navya Sri Sai, Silpa, and Pinkhanda, that they may flourish. For Sai centers worldwide of this kind of healing, knowledge, divinity, and blessing, that they may flourish worldwide. And finally, for our folks here in Los Angeles who experience homelessness, as well as our veterans here in LA, as well as nationally, people who are homeless and who are veterans. And there's a lot of crossover in those communities. We wish them shelter, nourishment, services, care, and really the love that they richly deserve. And for all of this, we say,
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
So like four or five people at a time, we're going to walk around the fire 3 times. What that does is it uses your physical body to carry your soul around and take in the final blessing. At home, you can simply turn around to your right 3 times, and it accomplishes the same thing. You're using your physical body to take your soul around and receive the final blessing. So for everybody at home, thank you so much for your patience with our technical issues today. Phone overheating, a little wild new moon energy. We'll see you all in 2 weeks. I believe it's the 19th of April. We have a full moon. I think it's the 19th. I hope it's the 19th. Otherwise, I got that completely wrong. And anyway, look on the ucbk.org website. You'll find the real date if I got it mistaken. And we'll see everybody for the full moon. Enjoy the rest of your new moon. And God bless you all. Great. Have at the production room. Well done, everybody.
What's going on?
And also for everybody here, there's fantastic food coming, so don't go anywhere. Sorry.
It's still on there. Let's see the button.
Yeah, and I think I went with
Mm-hmm.